Hello everybody. So today I'll do a little special on for shoulders. Often we are sitting at the computer, our shoulders are hunched forward. When we're stressed, we try to protect ourselves, our shoulders are forward to protect our heart. And especially when it gets colder, we think that we are getting warmer by, again, protecting ourselves and hunching a little bit forward. So there's a lot of stress created in the muscles of the back, the shoulders, and in general, it affects our whole posture. So today you'll need a strap. So if you don't have a strap, just take a belt or from your bathrobe or something. It has to be rigid, so not a stretchy strap. You can have a bolster or a blanket. And if you don't have a chair nearby, we'll use the wall for sure. So either chair or wall, but I'm gonna show with both. So we're gonna, first of all, find a mountain pose. So we wanna find a steady, strong, stable, but not stiff pose. So the feet are hip distance apart. We're gonna lift the kneecap, activate the quadriceps, lift the belly up, lift the chest. You should feel the sternum, the breastbone lifting up, the shoulders rolling back already. And that might be already kind of a stretch for you. And then bring the arms alongside, the shoulder blades drop together with the arms. And then watch out for your neck, that you don't push your head forward. So really as if you could roll your head back. I know it's a strange sound. As if you could roll your head back, press the heels down, lift to the crown of the head. So that's a start. And just stand here and just observe, is this a very unnatural pose for you? If it is, you might want to have a look, not now, but later on in the mirror, and just go into a normal standing pose, how you would normally stand, and then a Tadasana, mountain pose, and observe the differences. So this is a very good pose. Just doing this and breathing calmly is very good to readjust your posture to a healthy one. Bones are stacked on top of each other. The muscles have to do very little effort, except when you're working on that, on regaining that good posture. And then we're just gonna make some rolls with our shoulders. So rolling forward, shrugging up to the ears, rolling back, the shoulder blades come together, and then down, really press it down. So especially the pressing down, it's rare that we do this. So really pressing down. So one more time this side, and then change direction. So up, like that, and one more, and then coming back into your mountain pose. We're gonna inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale through the mouth and just drop it as if all the weight was falling off. Two more times. And shake it out. So maybe you feel some tension in your neck building up as you're doing this. So just turn your head from side to side very, very gently. And then coming back to center. So shaking out is always good. We're gonna keep the left arm alongside our body, so not too stiff, just let it hang. And then reach the right forward and up and turn around. So depending on the flexibility and the build of your shoulder joint, your arm is gonna reach back, or for some people, if you have an injury, it might just go to the side. So just move slowly, explore the reach, the range of your arm. So we're gonna do 5 times. So this is the last, and then come back, and then do the other arm. Maybe you're gonna observe differences. So don't get frustrated when you observe differences. We just wanna do a little check-in, especially when we do like this focused practices. And then the last time. And now we're gonna do both arms. So if you have one arm that can go higher and more in the back, for now, try to balance both at the same range. So go to the lesser range and then coming back. And then roll the shoulders up and forward. Reach your arms up and then exhale, reach them back. And we're gonna go into that difference. So this time you can feel the opening in your upper back. And one more time. And then release. Placing the hands onto your shoulders. We're gonna bring the elbows together and then start to make a roll. So again, this time creating a little bit more space into the chest. So elbows together, again, watch out. If one doesn't go as far, go to the lesser for now. We wanna create balance in our body. We're always gonna go to the easy side. So let's pay attention to the more difficult side. And then back together and then the other side. So there's a lot of muscles in our neck, coming from the skull, coming from our neck, joining the shoulders, joining the shoulder blades, and then coming up and release. This time, turn the palms forward. So try not to hunch forward, but really, if you need to remind yourself, roll the shoulders back. Don't press the shoulder blades together necessarily. Just roll the shoulder back, creating space in the chest. Maybe check in by taking a breath into your chest. And then very slowly, I'll come to the side, start to press your hands back. Don't press your hips forward. So we really just want to go with the hands back, see where the range is there. Take a breath in, and then we go a little bit higher with your arms. So we still, this time, pressing the shoulder blades together, opening the chest, and then go a little bit higher, and then turn the palm up. So palms are facing up now. Feel those shoulder blades sinking. Watch the flying ribs, the floating ribs. No, they're not flying away. They're just floating. Turn the palms down and back, and feel that movement into your shoulder blades, your upper back. And then move back, up, and then release. So if you have a chair, make sure the chair, the top is high enough so that you don't lean it. Or if you have no chair, but you have the wall, then just put one hand there. It's just to stabilize. And then just swing your arm back and forward. So you can do this lying on a table and then just have your arm on the side so there is a little bit more gravity. So you do a few times and then coming to the other side. So just swing it, letting it loose, loosening that joint. And then coming back. From here, we're gonna take a few movements from yoga poses where we're just gonna work with the arms for now. So whenever you do yoga and you come across this pose with the arms, pay attention to your shoulders. Your legs are, in most of the time in these poses, are strong. So you wanna focus on your arms. So bend your elbows and interlace your hands. So if your hands are not easily or comfortably touching, then you're gonna hold on to the strap. So as wide as is needed for you. And again, make sure that, let's say this shoulder is stiffer, make sure that you're not like this with the flexi shoulder to the back and the stiffer shoulder to the front. So move so that the flexi shoulder can help the not so flexi shoulder. Okay, so if you need the strap, use the strap. Otherwise, interlacing the hands, rolling the shoulders back, lengthening the arms, opening the chest. So again, shoulder blades kissing each other. Watch out for the floating ribs. Stay into your Tadasana, your mountain pose, long neck. So if you would go into the yoga pose here, you would take one step back and then fold forward, so strong legs. We're not going to do that now. We're focusing on the shoulders. And then release. Stand into your Tadasana about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away. Your hands are flat on the wall. And then you're gonna move forward, but with a straight body and open the chest. Work with the muscles in the spine. So don't let yourself fall into the wall and then press yourself back. So here we're strengthening those muscles that are holding the scapula, holding the shoulders back. It's like a push-up, but without the weight of your whole body. And then release. So now you're going to take your strap. And you might have to adjust a little bit. So you're going to hold the strap so that your arms are long and that your strap is almost touching your upper back. So you're at the height of your shoulder. So you don't want to be all the way back. You just want to be here. And we're just going to move a little bit, the trunk. So we're rotating into our spine. You continue to look where your body is bringing you. So you're not doing anything crazy with your neck. You're pulling onto the strap. And then coming back to center. And I recently discovered this one. So you're taking it a little bit shorter. You're going to keep one arm straight. And the other arm, you might have to adjust. So the other arm will stay straight as well, but a little bit up. And then you're going to move back and forward. So you need to adjust for your head. So don't lift the arm that's straight. So for me, the right arm will stay straight and I'm moving back and forward with my left arm. So I'm really moving forward and then back. So opening that shoulder. And then keeping this distance, we're going to go to the other side. So here you will clearly notice if one shoulder is different than the other. So it's not just about going back, because often when we have a lot of tension in the shoulders and in the neck, we think that we have to move only back, but we need also to release the muscles in the back. And so coming forward. And then coming back to center. And then now we're gonna hold the strap as wide as our hips and pull back and see how high you can lift. So yes, you could do this with your arms clasped, but what we're trying to do here is keeping the shoulder blades more or less at equal distance and just move with the arms. And don't worry, if you're here, that's fine. Don't press, again, the floating ribs that are here or the hips forward. Keep on breathing, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades going down. So not, if you feel they're kissing, the shoulder blades are kissing each other, separate the strap a little bit. And then release. We're gonna keep the strap close. So we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up, bend to right, and then press with your left hand onto your right shoulder. So if I turn around, this might be enough for you. So watch out that you don't fold forward. So you don't want to be here. Your head has to be very free. So for some people, this will mean that they have to create a bit more separation between the upper arms. So if your shoulders are stiff, you want to place the strap on one shoulder. So when you're here, you're going to turn the left arm out, turn the palm to the back, and then see if you can join both. If not, you grab your strap and then you hold on. So it's really about finding space here. And maybe you're gonna observe one shoulder helping the other or totally not. So this is a pretty standard exercise, but a very good one. So watch out that the top elbow doesn't fall forward. So continue to roll the shoulder back, shoulder blade back. And then release. Change the strap to the other side. Inhale, bring the right hand on the left elbow. And then if you want to continue, you can try to clasp, but you might be far away, and that's okay. There is a big part that's depending on how your shoulder joint is built. So the most important here is to open the shoulders. And then release. So we're gonna move to the floor just for two movements, and then I'll show you one that you can do to release. So first of all, I'll just move the chair out of the way so you can still see everything. So moving to the floor, we're gonna bring the hands to the side, press into your fingers, roll the shoulders back, and by pressing into the fingers, lift up. So we are stretching the muscles of the chest, but also strengthening them by pressing into the fingers. If you would use only your lower back to lift, then your muscles of your upper part of your torso would not be working. So really pressing into those fingers. And then coming down. And then coming onto hands and knees, or you can also come into a plank here. So choose what's right for you. If you are strong into your plank, you can come into your plank, but the same movements can be done onto hands and knees. You want to keep your arms straight. And then we're gonna sink in between our shoulders, keep the arms straight, and then press back up. So exaggerating that movement. So a little pump almost between the shoulder blades, between the shoulders. So if you're on hands and knees, you bring the knees a little bit more back. And then release. So once you've done this, you want to relax in your shoulders, or if ever there's really too much tension in your shoulders, take a blanket, roll it. So the height of the roll will have to be adjusted to your comfort. And then place it on your mat or on the floor. You're gonna sit against it, so don't sit on it. And then gently roll yourself back. So it's possible your head falls off, which is okay if you want to stretch a little bit, but I would suggest to don't put the head too high. So it should be at the same height. And then bring your arms to the side, so in a T. And now you can lay here for a while. So your shoulders are going to drop back. It really creates space in your chest. And it's all gravity that's working. The other option would be to put the roll parallel with the short side of your mat, and then calm down. And then now your shoulders are going to touch the floor. So make sure you adjust that roll. Your shoulders are touching the floor, and here it's more an opening of the chest. But sometimes when the shoulders are very tight, we're so used to close up the chest that that we have a hard time breathing. So, and breath is what's gonna bring us a good feeling in our body. So those movements, you can do them anytime. You can pick one up, especially if you're sitting at a desk. Watch your posture, even if you're seated. A lot of these movements also you can do seated. So why not put a little clock every 10 or 15 minutes so that you do some exercises You can add some movements for the neck, which I will show in another video. I hope you enjoy it. Stay well. Namaste.